Here's an example of the illogic. In 2003, the environmental writer for The New Yorker, certainly a flagship periodical of bien-pensants, the thinking people, here's her statement on it, and I guess it's her fix on science. All that the theory of global warming says is that if you increase the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, you will also increase the Earth's average temperature. It is indisputable that we have increased greenhouse gas concentrations in the air as a result of human activity, and it's also indisputable that over the last few decades, average global temperatures have gone up. So, for her, as for Naomi Oreskes and others, this is indicative of science at its best. For this misreading of scientific logic, she received prizes and accolades. This, of course, is a huge topic, but here I'd like to focus on one matter: the very notion of globally and annually average temperature anomaly as a unique metric of climate. Now, we've had a lot of discussion here on this, and I'm going to be somewhat critical of that discussion in general. Here's the graph that is perhaps the most famous graph in contemporary climate. This is the variation of Earth's surface temperature. This has to be from the Hadley Center past 140 years. I didn't take the more recent one, which is the next graph on it. And, you know, we've been looking at this, one discusses this, so on. This becomes the definition of global warming, so on. Many of us, including me, including good scientists, have spent many pages discussing and analyzing various aspects of this graph and dissecting the numerous adjustments needed to produce it. Why? Well, we'll come to discuss that for a while. I think it may be because people are always pontificating about similar-looking graphs. This was in an ad that was appearing, and this is a totally different time scale. This is 1 year, but we're used to looking at graphs that have, you know, a shape. Indeed, if I change the time scale, it's indistinguishable from what we look at in climate. And as you notice, I mean, when it's stock prices, you have somebody who will explain every single detail of it with somehow, as we all know, no predictive capacity, whatever.